Okay, so now we're going to be setting up the schedule availability for our providers. So we've already set up which operatory we want Casper to read per provider, and then we've added all of our appointments from Open Dental that we want into the online scheduling tool. So what we want when we're in the schedule right now, if it's a gray day, patients aren't able to click it and choose like their availability. So we want to be able to see those days and select which date and time. So we have to set that up in Open Dental. So let's do that here. So here, what you probably see in the schedule, if it's a gray day, you're going to see nothing on the schedule here. Where if I go to a different day, this is what we want it to look like. We want it to show, Dr. Scott Hudson is in these two operatories. Tina's in this one, and Bruce is in this one. So let's open up the availability for the rest of the year. So I'm going to go to Setup and then Schedules. And this is what we are going to see. So this is one of those empty days, April 10th. So I'm going to double click in here. This is the key thing that you need to remember. You need to associate the correct provider with the correct operatories. So I'm going to select Dr. Scott and add. And Casper's going to be reading Op2, but I schedule him in both Op1 and Op2. So I wanted to show those dates. So I'm going to say there's a lunch break from 1 to 2, so 8 to 1, and 2 to 5. This is what you want to see. Correct provider, correct operatories. Sometimes you won't see a provider. Sometimes like you may be adding this, but you don't select the operatories. So you might click this, and then this is blank. This is not going to work. You have to go in and you have to select the correct operatory that you want for the provider. So keep that in mind. Let me fill in for the rest of the schedule so that we know what it looks like. You can see the schedule's already starting to change and update itself. I'm going to do Tina's now, 8 to 1. And 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hygiene 1. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now we can see what it looks like. So you can see this day here, and this is what it looks like on the schedule. So that looks correct. And now we want to do this for the rest of the week. So what you can do is, instead of having to individually click into each day and do that manually, you can just copy the day and paste it into the rest of the week to make it set up the way that you want it. So maybe you have different times on different days. You're open till 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You're only open a half day on Friday. Maybe you are open on some weekends. You can click full week and adjust it that way. I already set up a week before. So let's say you set up the week exactly how you want it. You can copy that whole week and then you can paste it into a week. Or what you can do is copy that week, and then let's say it's going to be the same for the rest of the year. I'm going to repeat it for the next 52 weeks, and that's going to fill in the schedule for the rest of the year. So now, once that has been adjusted, I recommend giving it a few minutes for it to read the schedule. But once you adjust the schedule, you are going to see that availability open. So you see, I had updated April 10th first, so it synced that first. Give it a minute or two, and you're going to see the rest of the weeks fill in. And that is how you are going to open up that availability on the schedule. Don't forget to check the other tutorial video for how to block off different times. Okay? All right, you'll have a good one.